audio settings for OBS. So a lot of people have asked me, what do you do with your audio? How do you make your microphone? If you don't know what OBS is, it is open broadcast software, the free software on link. So as you can see here, settings, export your recordings. Maybe you want to do this in mono if you export later on, but honestly, I'd leave it at stereo to make your life that much simpler. Now, desktop audio device number us. Now, if we go to settings, which is the first place we're going to start this video, so open up OBS, go to settings, and then when you've opened up settings, go to, obviously, audio. So click on audio there. We're going to see a few different things. You're going to see sample rate 44.1, leave that alone. You're going to see channels, stereo. Now, dependent on how you're going to export your recordings, maybe you want to do this in mono if you export later on, but honestly, I'd leave it at stereo to make your life that much simpler. Now, desktop audio device number one, which is this guy here, the first one, that's going to be your computer. So if you are streaming a video game, which is probably what a lot of you are doing, this is going to be that audio of your computer. Now, we can have manual control over that sound once we set it up in this settings section here. So for me, it's coming out of my speakers. So I plug my headphones in my Logitech speaker port there, and then I can hear it, and then what's coming out of that is what my audience or viewer is going to hear as well. So for me, under desktop audio device, it is my speakers. Now, you may have it coming out of your audio interface or something of that nature, and if that's the case, click the drop-down menu and select the correct or, dependent audio source that you're going to use for your computer audio. I rarely ever use desktop audio device 2, but if you have multiple audio devices, if you're doing console stuff, things like that, maybe you play around with that. But for the most part, choose desktop audio device 1. Now, this one's probably the most important, mic or auxiliary audio device. Now, for me, I am plugging my microphone that you see here in the webcam into a Scarlett 2i2, which is what we call an audio interface. So it allows me to go in with XLR or microphone cable into my audio interface, which then plugs in via USB to my PC. That's how all of that works. Now, everything else here below that, I would not mess with. If you're getting into that kind of stuff, then you're getting into the weeds a little bit, and you really probably don't need this video. So once you've got all of this set up here, go ahead and hit apply and then hit OK. Now, once you've done that, you're going to be able to manually adjust your audio. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bigger for you guys. Right here where you see mic/auxiliary, that's going to be your mic volume. Now, for me, I'm recording with a separate microphone for the purposes of this tutorial. But what you're going to see is if we actually talk through the microphone that I have, hooked up to the OBS here, you're going to see it ping. You're going to see green lines come up or, illuminated lines come up on this line. You want to keep those in between right here in the yellow. So if you're in the yellow, you are in good spot. If you are in the red up here, you're peaking a little bit. You want to kind of take it down a little bit. And if you're in the green, you're a little low. So you can adjust the max and min volume using this slider below the mic/aux category. I normally keep mine about right here, probably around 80 to 85%. Next is your desktop audio. If I go over here and if I open up a browser source, like let's just say I go ahead and open up my means that it's in the yellow, which is good. 65 to that. I'm into my one, or also have a compressor. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and also have a slide to we click the gear icon or the little cog wheel or whatever you want to call it, and then go down to filters. If we click on that, you're going to see that I have 3 separate filters applied to my microphone. I have a noise suppression, I have a noise gate, and I also have a compressor. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and add all of these. It's going to be a case-by-case basis, again, up to your
Hello, 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 hello. हाँ बोल, हाँ बोल.
to actually distribute the audio to your stream. So that would be the only reason you would do that. And then lastly, I want to make and show you guys how to make your voice sound good by utilizing filters provided by OBS. Now, a lot of people ask me that come into my stream, they say, Dusty, why do you sound so good? A lot of it is microphone, a lot of it is my recording space, but a lot of it is the settings that I have or filters. To my microphone. So if we go right here under mic/auxiliary, we click the gear icon or the little cog wheel or whatever you want to call it, and then go down to filters. If we click on that, we click the gear icon or the little cog wheel or whatever. We go right here, my microphone. So if we go right here under mic/auxiliary, we click the gear icon or the little cog wheel or whatever you want to call it, and then go down to filters. If we click on that, down to filter/auxiliary. So if we click on that, you will or my microphone. So recording space. But Dusty, why do you sound provided? And then to actually loud. Way I normally keep mine about right here, about 65. Percentile, keep it a little bit below the yellow. That way it doesn't go too crazy when I'm trying to talk over the game. And a lot of game sounds can be extremely loud.
You don't care, acting so devilish. Oh, your foolish crimes don't need to break us apart. They need to light us up, breaking us down. But I'd rather fight with you than make love with someone else.
And then lastly is your webcam. The only reason you would want to mess with that is if you're using your webcam's audio to actually distribute the audio to your stream. So that would be the only reason you would do that. And then lastly, I want to make and show you guys how to make your voice sound good by utilizing filters provided by OBS. Now, a lot of people ask me that come into my stream, they say, Dusty, why do you sound so good? A lot of it is my phone, a lot of it is my recording space, but a lot of it is the settings that I have or filters that I've applied to my microphone. So if we go right here under mic/auxiliary, we click the gear icon or the little down to filters. If we click on that, you're going to see that I have 3 separate filters applied to my microphone. I have a noise suppression, I have a noise gate, and I also have a compressor. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and add all of these. It's going to be a case-by-case basis. Again, up to your recording space, what kind of microphone you have. So you'll need to, adjust the settings to your likings. But let's go ahead and dive into these. And first, let me show you how to add one. So to add a filter to your mic, click gate handful, or you're going to see it add to -30. I've taken mine, up a little bit to -20 because with my recording space, I don't really have that much background noise. But if you have more background, maybe you want to decrease it even more. Just be careful if you get below that -30 or -40 range, it ends up clipping your audio and the microphone doesn't pick up your voice, which definitely would be a bad thing. So keep it anywhere between 20 and 30, maybe 25 is a good place to start out. And then when you're ready and done, go ahead and
that life is strong with an armor made of stone. The highest highs, the deepest lows, and it never broke me. I've been right more than I've been wrong, and I swear I've seen it all. In the dead of night, like a fading light.
You're done with that one. That's the noise suppression. Next is going to be a noise gate, so hit the addition symbol, go to noise gate. Now, once you open up your noise gate, let me explain this a little more. Being someone who loves audio, I try to make my audio sound as good as possible. I'm not saying this is necessary, but let me explain why it would be. So a noise gate allows you to, like when you're silent, like when you're not saying anything during your stream, you're in an intense moment, something's going on, your dog's barking, some, ambient noise or whatever you want to call it, it's not going to be picked up through your mic. So it's going to make those silent times where basically you have a situation to where if you're quiet during your stream, it's going to be completely silent. And then it'll only pick up your voice. And so the close threshold, which is the first option here in decibels, again, is set to -32. Now, again, you choose kind of where you want this to be. You'll have to play around with this a little bit to get it set for you. And the open threshold I have set to -29. So the closed threshold, again, remember, if you can't hear your voice, make sure again that you basically increase this. And then again, the open threshold is going to be when you speak and you talk into your microphone, when it picks up your microphone. This will make the silence a lot better, and when you speak, it'll make it a lot clearer as well. That's going to be a really good thing. And then the last one I want you guys to add is a compressor. Click the addition symbol, go to compressor, the first one here, and then under compressor, this is the one you're going to have to tweak the most. I'm not going to get into in depth as far as each one of these here, but what you'll want to do is with this compressor, it will make your voice overall sound better. So you have your ratio, your threshold, your attack, your release, your output gain. So a lot of times you hear people have that nice, sultry, deep voice into their microphone. Again, a lot of it is because their recording space, their microphone, but a lot of it is because the post-processing. And some of that is a compressor. It compresses the audio, makes the output sound that much better. So play around with these, and please, for the love of God, before you go live, record. That way you have a test of what you sound and look like, and you can make the tweaks required to make your audio sound the best it possibly can sound. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did. Just a fun OBS tutorial on how to make your audio sound good.
You say it has always been me.
have a test of what you sound and look like, and you can make the tweaks required to make your audio sound the best it possibly can sound. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did. Just a